Happy morning, children. I hope you are all fine and safe. Do you all had your breakfast? Now shall we go into a session? Okay. What is the chapter which we are seeing now? Yes, very good. Chapter 6, Physical and Chemical Changes. But now we are not going to see that lesson. Look at here what we are going to see now. What is it? What is the lesson which we are going to see now? Heat. You may have a small doubt. In the previous session, ma'am has taught that physical and chemical changes. But now, why ma'am is taking this heat lesson? Yes or no? Do you all have the doubt or not, children? Tell me yes or no. Because now your PA2 exams are fast approaching. So, now we'll go for revision. After the completion of your PA2 exam, we will continue that physical and chemical changes lesson. So, until that, let it be as it is. So, for PA1, you had chapter 1 and 2. But now for PA2, you are going to have 3 chapters. That is chapter 3, 4 and 5. Chapter 3, fiber to fabric, already we had revised it. So, if we have time, if time permits, we will have a glance of that once again. Now we are going to revise the chapter 4, that is heat. Shall we go? Okay, children. So what we are going to do now, we are going to revise chapter 4. Be ready with your note and pen for taking hints, children. So during that session, if you have missed any points, now just make a note of it. Okay? So look at here, what are all the content of this lesson? They are introduction, heat and cold, measuring temperature, types of thermometer, transfer of heat, land breeze and sea breeze, kinds of clothes we wear in summer and winter, and we'll have a recap. Now I'm going to give you a small work. You are going to make mind map of this lesson. After completion of this revision class, you need to make a mind map. Yes or no? Already in the past revision classes, I would have given you mind map of the previous lessons. So for the lesson chapter 4, you are going to make mind map. This is the work for you. Clear? Okay. Sorry. So what is the introduction? Heat. What is the main source of heat? Yes, sun. Sun is the main source of heat and light. And then heat and light are produced together. If heat is there, light is there. Light is there, heat is there. Okay? Look at here, children. Heat, otherwise we can call it as hot. Heat is a form of energy. I have said you already. Heat is a form of energy. It can be transferred from one object to the other object. Heat can be transferred from one object to the other object. So these are all some of the examples of hot objects. So boiling water, beating an iron, and then iron box. So these are all some of the examples of hot bodies. Now we will go for the next. What is this? Cold. Where this cold exists? Cold exists in the region where the heat is absent. So coolness will be observed or felt if heat is not there. Okay? Look at here. These are all some of the examples of cold bodies like ice cream, ice cubes and ice water. Measurement. So how to measure heat? Yes, this is what we studied in this chapter, right? How to measure heat. Already in the 6th standard you have studied different measurement. That is the SI units for mass. Yes, that is for weight, time and distance. So length. That is the distance is measured. If it is a short distance, it is measured in length. If it is more than that, we measure it as kilometers, and weight is measured in gram and kilogram, and liquid are measured in millimeter and then liters. But how heat is measured? How to measure heat? Can we measure heat? Yes or no? Yes. So measuring heat. So the hotness of body is measured by its temperature. For measuring the length, we use meter, right? Likewise, for measuring the heat, we use the term called temperature. What is it? For measuring the heat, we use the term, what is it called as? Temperature. So this temperature is measured by a device called thermometer. Temperature is measured by a device called thermometer. Length is measured in terms of meter. What is the device we use there? We use scale or length tapes. Here, heat is measured by a unit called temperature, and this temperature is measured by a device called thermometer. Have you all seen thermometer? Yes? Very good. So what is a thermometer? A thermometer is an instrument which is used to measure temperature. Thermometer is an instrument which is used to measure temperature. So look at here. What is mean by thermo? Thermo means heat and meter means to measure. And then there are different types of thermometer. Yes or no? Okay, tell me what is the first type? Very good. It is clinical thermometer. What is it? Clinical thermometer. What is the use of this clinical thermometer, children? Yes, it is used to measure the temperature of our body. And then what is the second one? Yeah, it is digital thermometer. What is the use of this digital thermometer? Very good. Digital thermometer is also used for measuring the temperature of our body, but here digital readings are given. Nowadays, clinical thermometer has been replaced by digital thermometer. And then what is the next one? Laboratory thermometer. What is the use of this laboratory thermometer? Yes, it is used in the laboratory for measuring the temperature of different substances like water, oil, etc. Why? Because clinical thermometer has a temperature ranging from 35 to 42 degrees Celsius. We cannot measure more than 42 degrees Celsius in clinical thermometer. So what we use? We use laboratory thermometer. Okay. What's the last type? Very good. Maximum minimum thermometer. So what is the use of this maximum minimum thermometer? Yes. Maximum minimum thermometer is used to measure the temperature of a day. It is used to measure the temperature of a day. So what is the unit we use to measure temperature? Very good. Degree Celsius, Fahrenheit and Kelvin. What is the most frequently used unit, children? What is the most frequently used one? Yes, it is degree Celsius. We cannot call this as 0 or not. We used to say this as degree. What is this? Degree. Temperature means thermal. It is a heat energy. It is measured by different units called Fahrenheit. What is this? F denotes the Fahrenheit, C denotes Celsius and K means Kelvin. What are the values of this units? Look at here. Fahrenheit. These are all not same. It differs from one another. In case of Fahrenheit, the freezing point of water is 32 degree Fahrenheit and boiling point of water is 212. Whereas in the case of Celsius, freezing of water is 0 degree, boiling of water is 100 degree. Okay. And Kelvin. Kelvin is equal to what? Celsius plus 273. Look at here. By this you will be clear. Celsius, Fahrenheit, Kelvin. We have 3 units. Okay. So, if it is 0 Kelvin, the readings in the Fahrenheit is minus 459. And in Celsius, it is minus 273. If it is 0 degrees Celsius, in Fahrenheit it is 32 degree Fahrenheit and Celsius it is 273. So 0 degree Celsius is equal to 273 Kelvin or 0 Kelvin is equal to minus 273 degree Celsius. So what is the human body temperature? 37 degree Celsius, 98 degree Fahrenheit, 310 Kelvin. Water boils at 100 degree Celsius, 212 Fahrenheit, 373 Kelvin. Okay. So how to convert? So look at these problems carefully. You will be having problem sums also. So conversion. How to convert it? Okay. So you want to convert Fahrenheit to Celsius. So given Celsius, that is the Celsius reading, multiply by 1.8 and add by 32. If you want to convert Fahrenheit to Celsius, so given Fahrenheit minus 32 and divide it by 1.8. So these are all the formulas which are to be kept in mind, okay? And then conversion between Kelvin and Celsius. So water boils at 100 degree Celsius. Yes or no? So this Celsius you want to convert it into Kelvin. What will you do? Plus 273. For converting Kelvin to Celsius, plus 273. Kelvin to Celsius, Celsius to Kelvin. For converting Celsius to Kelvin, plus 273, and then Kelvin to Celsius minus 273. Celsius to Kelvin plus Kelvin to Celsius minus. Okay. So we go to the next one, children. Look at here. So what we have done here, you want to convert the given Celsius into Kelvin. For converting Celsius to Kelvin, what we have to do? Yes, plus 273. So the given value, we want to add it by plus 273. So what is the value given here? 100 plus 273, it gives what? 373. Okay. Now take your note. I am going to give you a small sum. Just work out it and tell me the answer. Okay. So you want to convert now Kelvin to Celsius. What is it? Kelvin to Celsius. Are you all writing it or not? So what is the given Kelvin value? So the given Kelvin value is 373. What is it? Given Kelvin value, right? K equal to 373. Clear? Now you want to convert that Kelvin into Celsius. So what is the formula for that? Yes, Celsius is equal to Kelvin minus 273. So what is that given Kelvin value? Yes, 373. So from that 373, what you have to minus? Yeah, you have to minus 273. So work out it and tell me the answer now. I'll give you only 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Yes, very good. The answer is 100 degree Celsius. So if you minus 373 minus 273, you will be getting 100. So now the given Kelvin has been converted into Celsius. Up to this you are clear, children. Shall we go to the next one? Okay. How to read a clinical thermometer? So I'll first describe you about a clinical thermometer. So this clinical thermometer is a uniform long glass tube. It is made up of glass. So this clinical thermometer is made up of glass. That is the first point. So inside that readings are graduated. Readings are graduated. That means nothing but marked. So the readings are from 35 to 42 degree Celsius. 35 to 42 degree Celsius. Why it is marked 35 to 42? Because the human body temperature will not go below 35 and it would not go beyond 42. So only the readings are marked as 35 to 42 and it is also provided with an kink. You know what is the meaning of kink? And inside it, it has mercury fillings here. What it have? It has mercury fillings.